So I have a very interesting possibility here. I noticed that this house has a brick stack right here, it's almost like a pillar made out of brick, and I thought that maybe that was like a support the main frame or something. I thought that this might actually be a chimney, and there might be some kind of fireplace or something. I know it's small. I mean, that's the length of my arm from my fingers to my elbow, probably square. So I'm going to dig in there and find out at some point, and that would be incredibly awesome if I could somehow get a wood-burning stove there in the center of the house. I'll probably have to put in a chimney up there made out of metal or some kind of thing to modify it, but I'll definitely utilize that if that's the case. So on each of these houses you could see a chimney right in the center of the house, and that's where they usually put them to keep the heat right in the center of the house there. So I noticed that on these houses, so I knew that my house had to have something like that too. So here it is on the opposite side of the wall here. Just looking in the cracks in the wood, I see the brick in there. So the brick definitely goes up that far. I am so curious about this. I just want to rip that wall off and find out, because having a wood stove is going to really save a lot on heating costs, and it'll save my butt. So I noticed that the brick kind of just, it looks like it just kind of stops there or something. Down there I looked in the hole, and so there's like a open cavity in there, and so I'm kind of guessing that the wood right here is propping up the bricks. I don't know, it's kind of just a big mystery. Tomorrow or something I'll probably just rip off that plaster and some of those pieces of wood, and I'll just see what's in there. But I really don't see what else that could be other than a chimney. But it seems too small for a fireplace down there. Maybe the bricks came out further and it was a bigger fireplace or something at one point. And let's see what we got there. Kind of weird. I don't quite understand it because the bricks are up there held up by that wood. So I don't know if that's just holding up the whole chimney if it goes all the way up. But it might be a good thing. I don't know. It might be a bad thing, is I'm not sure how stable that is, and I don't know if there's the hole in that chimney to use that. But I'll think about it more, and then see if I want to take off more of this wall. I've been sitting here just studying this. I guess I'm not an expert in what they used to build back then, but it's just strange that the bricks just start right about there, and they're being supported by these old 2x4s. They probably did this a while ago because the wood looks like the original house wood, but I don't understand why it looks like that. I might have to go look at some other houses, and if maybe someday I could look at my neighbor's house or something to see if they have like a full-on restored one. Maybe the bricks used to come out here for a big fireplace, and then it just went smaller for the chimney part of it. That's probably what it was. I have one of these wood stoves in mind that my brother got, a design where it's very efficient, and they're more expensive, but they're way more efficient, so they'll burn wood a lot slower, and it'll still get the same heat from it. So, and he heats up the whole upstairs of his house with his stove. He just inserts it into the fireplace, and then just a metal shaft, metal tube goes up through the chimney. So I thought I can get a freestanding one if this one is somehow put some supports under it, and so the stove can just go right under the brick part of it, and then somehow get some metal supports or something around it so support the chimney if I want to keep that chimney, because it looks like it's holding up there, but considering what the rest of the house is doing, I'm not quite sure. I don't know if it's going to be worth keeping or breaking down and just doing it over again. It doesn't look like the masonry is that awesome. I could reinforce it somehow, but I don't know. I'll have to get up into the attic at some point.